Unanswered questions. Have you ever had that feeling in the dead of night when everything is still, like something is watching you? Or strange symbols that keep appearing in your dreams, for some reason, feeling oddly familiar? Or maybe suddenly, you feel an eerie calmness when thinking about death. At first, you might think it's just a coincidence. But in some ancient cultures, these experiences are believed to be the signs of the awakening soul. What we're about to share today isn't something you'll learn in a science class or something any religious priest would dare speak about openly. This is an ancient truth that has been hidden for millennia. Death is not the end, and you are no ordinary being. From the astrology of ancient Babylon to the immortality rituals of ancient India, to the secret data that modern science refuses to reveal, there's a hidden thread tying them all together. And at the center of it all lies one forbidden word: immortality. But we must warn you. Once you understand what's coming next, the way you view life will never be the same again. A Chapter 1: Hidden Knowledge. Throughout history, some knowledge has never truly vanished. It has been deeply concealed in ancient scrolls, left behind in lost civilizations, or etched into stone tablets in sacred sites. These aren't easy, obvious truths, but deep, mysterious wisdom, as if intentionally hidden, awaiting for the right person to uncover it. Today, what we're about to discuss is one of these secrets: the mystery of immortality. As far back as the ancient Egyptian and Babylonian civilizations, a people were already exploring how to break the limits of life and seek the secret of immortality. The priests of Egypt understood that true wisdom wasn't just about the continuation of the physical body, but the fusion of consciousness, the soul, and the forces of the universe. In the legendary Book of Life, with every page filled with secrets on how to guide the spirit toward eternity, was seen as a threat by some centers of power, which led to it being deliberately destroyed or hidden. In the East, ancient Taoist philosophy introduced the concepts of Qi and Tao, believing that the continuation of life didn't depend on physical reproduction, but on the flow and elevation of spirit and energy. In the Taoist classic Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu said, "Man follows earth, earth follows heaven, heaven follows Tao, and Tao follows nature." The wisdom contained within these words guides us to understand the true mystery of immortality, not as simple material existence, but as the perfect alignment with universal laws and the endless cycle of life energy. However, throughout the evolution of history, this ancient wisdom about immortality has gradually been marginalized, even misunderstood or distorted. With the rise of Western culture, materialism and scientific views came to dominate, and many spiritual and metaphysical practices were regarded as superstition or illusion. In some religious and philosophical systems, immortality was depicted as a concept tied to an afterlife or paradise, neglecting its potential application and realization in the real world. The concealment of this knowledge wasn't just about suppressing thought. It was a misunderstanding and distortion of profound wisdom. In the face of those seeking power and control, any wisdom that could unravel the mysteries of life and death was seen as a threat and was cleverly hidden, leaving behind only fragmented records and remnants for future generations. But today, this forgotten knowledge is slowly resurfacing in modern explorations. People are beginning to examine the relationships between life, death, consciousness, and energy in ancient cultures, discovering that these lost wisdoms have long surpassed the limitations of their time and contain the true answers that transcend life and death. We are reopening the door to immortality, and the true mystery is waiting for us to unravel. Chapter 8: The Key to Unlocking the Door of Consciousness. Before recorded history, there was a group of people who called themselves the Children of Light. They didn't worship gods, yet claimed they could communicate directly with the universe. They didn't rely on instruments, Yet they could traverse dreams and glimpse others' past lives. And the tool they used wasn't a sword, nor a book, but an invisible key, consciousness itself. We found references to the Gate of Heaven in the Sumerian clay tablets, descriptions of the second life in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, and in the ancient Vedas of India, mentions of Akasha, an etheric web that stores the memories of all things, believed to be the source of the true world's projection. These ancient civilizations, though never having met, all coincidentally spoke of similar secrets. Consciousness is the only bridge that connects us to eternal existence. The philosopher Plato called this the realm of ideas, believing that the human soul originates from a perfect dimension, and that death is merely a threshold for the soul to return to its source. But as humanity became more immersed in materialism and power, this door was quietly sealed. Medieval alchemists tried to unlock it, but were branded as heretics by the church. Mystics of the Renaissance hid it in symbols and codes, only to disappear into the fog of history. Why was this knowledge concealed? Because it challenged authority and overturned the conventional view of life and death. If humans knew that death wasn't the end, fear would no longer be a tool of control, and the soul would no longer be imprisoned within the body's cage. Today, we revisit these forgotten wisdoms, not out of curiosity, but to search for that long-lost key, to unlock the door of consciousness and return to our true selves. Chapter 7, Catching Glints of the Eternal Secret. Have you ever, in the quiet of the night, gazed at the stars and suddenly felt a deep connection between yourself and the universe? It's as if you're just a speck of dust in the cosmos, yet you resonate with every star, becoming one with everything. This is the beginning of the mystery of immortality, the unfathomable link between consciousness and the origin of the universe. To understand this secret, we must first talk about time. Ancient sages told us that time is not merely linear. It flows like a river, stretching both into the future and through the past. But for the average person, we are merely grains of sand in this river, drifting along with its current. However, for those who can glimpse the truth, time is a cycle, a never-ending, eternal web where all past, present, and future intertwine at the same moment. Someone once asked, if time has no end, then what is the meaning of life? The answer lies deep within each of us. The true meaning isn't in how we spend our limited time, but in how we break free from the constraints of time and experience unity with the eternal universe. Let's use a simple metaphor to help illustrate. Imagine you're standing in front of a mirror, and the reflection of you in the mirror looks exactly the same. If you focus on your reflection, you'll notice an invisible line between you and the image in the mirror. That line represents the connection between consciousness and the material world. The reflection in the mirror can be seen as your consciousness, while you are the projection of reality. When you meditate deeply and break through your self-imposed limitations, your reflection can detach from its appearance and touch that eternal, indestructible source. This is the core of the mystery of immortality, the separation and fusion of consciousness and the material world. True immortality is not the immortality of the body, but the awakening and elevation of the soul. It is the existence of consciousness beyond space and time. Who am I? Where do I come from? Where am I going? These three ultimate questions of life reveal the connection between our soul and the universe. We are not isolated individuals, but parts of the cosmic whole. Once our consciousness breaks free from identification with the body, we can glimpse a wider world, a world with no beginning or end, filled with wisdom and peace and infinite space. However, not everyone is capable of glimpsing all these secrets. Some attempt to break through conventional frameworks of consciousness through meditation, spiritual practices, or even substances, but these methods carry significant risks because we are not yet prepared to face those fundamental truths. The deeper answers often hide within each moment. Only through a state of awakening can we find the key to eternity. Don't believe it. Have you ever, in a fleeting moment, suddenly understood a profound truth, feeling as though you could sense the breath of the universe in that instant? That was your consciousness's crack, a brief passage that allowed you to glimpse eternal existence. But the answers are not found all at once. Each of our souls is continuously evolving within time and space, constantly probing and this process often comes with confusion and uncertainty. But it is within this confusion that we find the opportunity to touch those forgotten secrets and search for the true meaning of life. Chapter 6: Mysterious Practices and Rituals. After understanding the philosophy and theory behind the mystery of immortality, the question remains: how can we apply these profound truths to our everyday lives? How can we draw strength from this mysterious ocean and make it a practical force in our lives? The answer lies in practice. Through specific rituals and exercises, we can gradually change our consciousness, our way of thinking, and even the state of our bodies. First, we begin with meditation. Meditation is the most direct way to connect consciousness with eternity and is the foundation of all spiritual practices. However, meditation is not merely about sitting quietly and not thinking. True meditation is about finding the source of tranquility deep within. Here is a simple meditation technique to start. Find a quiet place, sit or lie down, and keep your spine straight. Close your eyes and take deep breaths, making each inhalation and exhalation slow and deep. Focus your attention on the beat of your heart. Feel that subtle yet powerful presence, sensing the rhythm of life. Each time your mind wanders, do not chase the thought, but gently bring your focus back to your heartbeat or breath. This process will help you more deeply experience your own existence, release invisible constraints, and touch the essence of life. Through meditation, you will gradually change your perception of time. You will realize that every present moment is an eternal point, and all confusion, anxiety, and uncertainty will dissolve in this very instant. Next, physical cultivation is equally important. In ancient wisdom, the body is seen as the bridge between the soul and the world. By adjusting the body's posture and the flow of energy, we can open the path to eternity. Here are a few Qigong exercises to enhance the flow of energy in your body, helping you better understand and practice the mystery of immortality. Danshan breathing method. Find a quiet space, sit down, and keep your back straight. Place one hand on your abdomen, Danshan area, and the other on your chest. Take a deep breath, feeling the air flow into your abdomen, causing it to expand, then slowly exhale, feeling the air release from the abdomen. Let the rhythm of your breathing become smooth and regular. This practice helps activate the core energy of your body, mobilizing your life force, and allowing you to better sense the connection between yourself and the universe. 5-element Qigong. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, arms relaxed at your sides. As you breathe deeply, begin to perform slow, rhythmic movements, such as waving your hands or rotating your waist. Each movement is based on the concept of the 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, each corresponding to the flow of natural energy. Through this practice, you not only open your meridians and balance your Qi and blood, but also increase your harmony with the natural world. Finally, a ritualistic life is also an effective practice. You can incorporate the wisdom of immortality into your life through small daily rituals. For example, morning gratitude ritual. Each morning, after waking up, spend 3 minutes meditating, thanking life for every moment, and silently reciting gratitude to evoke inner calm and strength. Evening reflection ritual. At night, sit in stillness and reflect on your actions, emotions, and thoughts throughout the day. Examine what can be improved and what you are grateful for. These simple rituals can help elevate your level of awareness, making you more mindful and balanced within. However, when applying these teachings, we must also be cautious of common misconceptions. Do not expect instant results or immediate transformation. True change is a gradual process. Also, avoid falling into the trap of perfectionism. Do not obsess over every detail of each movement or meditation. Instead, keep your mind open and accepting, allowing yourself to experience growth and transformation along the way. Through these practices, not only can you transcend the limitations of the body and reach higher states of consciousness, but you will also experience deeper peace, wisdom, and power in your daily life. Chapter 4: The Revelation of the Mystery of Immortality. We have just traveled through this journey, crossing ancient philosophies and mysterious practices, touching upon the forgotten wisdom. The mystery of immortality is no longer a distant, unattainable dream, but a tangible force that we can reach in our everyday lives. Through meditation, we meet our own soul, Through breath, we connect with the life force of the universe. Through rituals, we give deep meaning to each moment of existence. But ultimately, immortality does not mean the immortality of the body. It means the awakening of consciousness, the ability to find that eternal power in every present moment. In this world full of change, the only thing that remains constant is our inner being and our deeper understanding of life. Do you feel this power beginning to awaken within you? Do you realize that you don't have to wait for death to come to touch the secret of immortality? Immortality is not a distant shore. It resides within you, always ready to awaken, always accessible. All you need to do is explore inwardly, seek the truth from the deepest part of yourself. So, I invite you to reflect. Are you ready to enter this eternal existence? Share your thoughts and questions in the comments section, and let's explore this wisdom together. Perhaps each of our lives is a path leading to eternity. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this with those around you, so that this ancient wisdom may be passed on. It's time for you to begin this mysterious journey.